Step into the Nike off the Shark Tank. Turn up. Where the sharks at?
A packed house.
Yeah, it was.
It definitely was. It was some acts that was rocking. I found a lot of different talent up there, and you know, from all over the place. It wasn't just Cleveland. It was everywhere.
Right.
And you know, they really came out and they showed out. They did their thing.
Man, most definitely. It was definitely refreshing. That's like one of the biggest times that you can like really get a chance to see like what artists are like really popping in other cities in Ohio.
Right.
Or even like in other states that, you know, that'll travel and then come to the Ohio Hip Hop Awards. And that's definitely a big thing. And you know, they were showing up and, you know, letting Cleveland know, like, hey, look,
I gotta apologize to everybody on one end. When I was said an earlier statement earlier this year about like Columbus was the next, you know, people to really put on, I was dead wrong. The Natty,
man, they took damn near half of the awards.
Right, they really did, and
they rep out the part I took away from it that I really was impressed with. You got people who was like national artists who was kicking it and rocking with the people who, you know what I'm saying, they wasn't on that level, but they rocked with them and they embraced them like they was them dudes too.
Right.
You know, I was like very, 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 very impressed. I was
checking up on the cat Young Roman. He has like cats that's like in the game right now.
Yeah.
That's like, you know, like beside him, like supporting them.
Yeah.
Like I was going, you know, doing like my little research and all that, and he has like I was explaining early on Facebook, like Cleveland artists, they need just flat out fan supporters.
Right. Not just artists.
Yeah, because all the artists go to each event, and I understand like y'all support each other, but at the same time, everybody needs their individual like their fan base. They just need just regular fans, because every artist is even though they support, they're not going to support you 100% because they're going to be focused on their craft.
Right.
And it's no diss to no other artist. It's just like, listen, I'm trying to do me. I'm trying to get out here as well. So it ain't no knock. We could collab and all that, but I got to focus on me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and that's why, you know, a lot of people I was looking up that cat, even after it was Matt Campy, like he has that whole Illyria space.
Yeah.
That's how he has the views and the supporters he do, because I haven't really heard anybody else out of Illyria making noise, and he's the one that's doing it.
Right.
He has like that little region covered.
Right.
Yeah, and he was actually at the showcase too, so you know, it was good to see people that's been here be on that scene too, and really, you know, invested in. You know how that works as far as, you know, getting out there and getting onto these shows, especially when it's that level of you know, of artists and that level of attention to the event and things like that. So, you know, it was really good to see them working and staying out there. It was a lot of artists that I wasn't hip to.
Right.
That I was surprised by. Like, okay, cool. It's good to see more people, you know, getting out here and really participating on that level. And the awards conference, I mean, like we were saying, Cincinnati was rolling.
Rolling. Like, every time one of their artists have performed, everybody that was from Cincinnati in the crowd is getting up, rocking, supporting.
Like, from the front to the back.
Yeah,
like,
it didn't matter.
No matter where they were within the crowd, they were still supporting the artists from their city. And it's good to see that they artists rock like that too.
Yeah.
You know, I guess that, you know, that's kind of the Ohio thing. Like, we all really rock with each other, even if, you know, we're not all directly connected.
Right.
So, now, and like you were saying, it's all about the fan support at this point.
Right.
You know, just gotta really build that and really focus on that, and the rest will all kind of come together.
Right, most definitely. And another thing I want to say, that to artists, you know, even though I introduced myself in some of the radio shows, like, don't just hand me a CD. You know what I'm saying? Just, you know, be more active. Tell people, yo, what's going on? How you doing? My name is such. Introduce yourself. Because your personality is what's going to draw people in. You just can't hand somebody a CD or just put it down somewhere and expect somebody to pick it up. Like, oh, what's this? Like, make yourself known. Talk to people. Like,
you have to interact with people.
Because people are going to become a fan of you, or just even if they may not might not ever heard of your music, just like interacting and just getting a feel for you. Like, you know what? I just had a little short conversation with old dude. He sounded real cool. I'm gonna go put in the CD.
Right.
I like this guy.
Right. And that would won me over more with Young Rome.
Yeah.
After the show, we chopped it. He came to us, and we were just outside, just swinging. You know what I mean? And he was just cool, down to earth. But the other person, who I was really impressed with Lantana. Me and him chopped it.
I didn't even get to see him.
Yeah, I mean, super cool. Super cool.
Yeah, he's a really cool dude.
Yeah.
Ran into him last year at the OHHA Hip Hop Awards. From after the award ceremony down there at the Playhouse, and yeah, cool dude. And him and his team, they really grind too.
Right.
Like they've been out here. It was kind of funny seeing some of them cats again. They're like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "Oh, what's poppin'? It's good to see y'all in the city again."
Yeah, because I mean, the way they got they think it's really structured. You get what I'm saying?
Structure, like, it's
From
crazy.
from like the street team
Yes.
to this to that. I mean, it's really structured.
I mean, like a real street team, like a real, like,
and no
everybody got
egos
their
all
role.
in it. And it's not a whole lot of egos from what we seeing anyway. In it, it's like everybody like know when this one come on, the next person, and it ain't just clicky. I don't know they whole region or how they get down, but it's more organized.
Yeah, it is, and like I was saying this past weekend, I was seeing Young Rome posters throughout the whole downtown. Like they was plastering they stuff all over town. I'm like, Young Rome, and like his even his image that captured me. How they had like him as like a Greek like soldier, like that,
bust. Yeah, that's talking about. Yeah,
and like that statuesque like type of design that they had, and that like really had drawn me into. Who's this Young Rome cat?
Right.
And like he been like you was telling us like a little while ago, like y'all heard this Young Rome, and now like we know of him.
Right, exactly.
You know
right.
so,
That was crazy.
Yeah, and actually the cat that did the graphic work for that for his cover won graphic art of the year. At the hip hop awards, that went out to that Natty kid. So you know, again, that's Cincinnati. They really got their stuff in order, and
that's what I took out of it the most.
Like,
and when we talk about outdoor, I'm like, it's gonna be different.
Yeah, man, because I saw like some Cleveland cats in the crowd. They was kind of sour faced. Natty cats, but they showing you what they doing.
Yeah, right.
They showing you. It's showing you like
you could be a one-man army and it's gonna take forever, and you may get certain looks and certain things or spins or club spins or whatever you getting. Right. That ain't enough. It's not enough to get the base, to get this whole region rejuvenated, because they body rocking.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and they all doing it together. That's the thing about it. So,
I know when we come out this break, y'all, we're gonna bring that Young Rome.
Oh yeah, we got that. So we're going to be checking out that Cincinnati cat in just a minute. We're going to be paying a couple bills. So stay tuned to us here on the Boxxx Radio, staticradio.com. And that was Young Rome with Too Many.
Too many pounds.
Right. That one is dope.
Yeah.
He rocked that live at the award ceremony. Yeah. That was a dope performance, for real.
He definitely drew the crowd in.
Yeah, that Suge was talking about the shirt.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, he was having fun with it though, but it was dope. It was a dope performance.
Yeah, the 1998 Diddy.
Right. Yeah.
Diddy shirt, jersey. You know?
Right. It was long, but then it was shiny in the middle though. But
cool,
it was cool. Right. I hadn't seen that, especially not from the Ohio cat. You know.
Right.
So. Good
Who else was some of y'all favorite performers at the show? Cause Flyboy ENT. One thing I definitely like drew me into them even beforehand was that they had used like those foam fingers. Like it's like nowadays you have to do something to stand out and get the crowd involved because in today's society it's like what can you do for me type thing.
Yeah.
So like okay we could bring in these foam fingers and like the hands up. And, you know what I'm saying? I've been like rocking to that for a minute now. Like the movement with them was just getting crazy, and then they was performing with I don't know if that was the Cavalier.
The Scream team. Nah, that was.
I thought it was.
Right, yeah, they was doing their thing though. They was going in. It would look real similar, like the junior version of the Scream team, but they definitely was rocking. Dope. Yeah, that performance at the award showcase, I was looking forward to it the whole night. Like I wonder what they gonna do because. They were on the whole tour.
Right.
because they won last year's showcase for
Right,
live
you know what?
performance. So
yeah.
that you know, that was already ingrained. I'm like, I know they're gonna put on a show. They're gonna do something unique. They're gonna do something different. And I was waiting for it the whole time. And I'm like,
Right.
and the way it came together, I'm like, this is dope. This is different. This elevates what they already got as a unit. You know, as a 3-man
Right.
set on stage. So.
Jock Carey's group, what was it? Is it 8-bit?
Yeah, 8-bit genetic code.
Yeah.
Man, it was definitely dope too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a Columbus. Shout out to Jock Carey. What's up, man?
I thought 8-bit was just the rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah, it's the whole group.
The whole group, yeah.
And then they do live instrumentation.
Yeah,
like
so
that's the
yeah.
thing about it that
Yeah.
made that really different because it was a beat, but it was a beat being made literally on the, you know, you hearing the drum snares while they doing it.
right.
You know, and the rest of it was all keys for the most part, but the way he played it was so
Even
dope.
the backdrop had the 8-bit Nintendo to it. So
Exactly. They really played all the way through.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely it was a dope concept that they had.
What about yourself? Who do?
I definitely enjoyed 8-bit Flopboy and definitely Ezzy to close out the show.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was everywhere. He was jumping
Everywhere.
on couches, jumping on ladders.
Yeah, he ended up balancing on the actual
Yeah.
like walkway thing, but he was rapping up on stage, you know, like just out in the crowd. And
Like, damn, you on your Jeff Hardy, boy.
right. Yeah, he wasn't playing no games, but it was a dope performance, and he came with like crazy bars after that. Like
Yeah, he
just
did.
went on, but man,
Yeah, first time I seen Ezzy was at earlier this year when Stally came for his Stally tour, and
Yeah,
he definitely killed it. Like Ezzy really draws the crowd, and he like, look, I'm gonna make y'all listen to me. I'm gonna make y'all listen to what I gotta say.
right. Yeah, he's always kind of had that draw to him, you know, even when he was younger and stuff like that, you know, seeing him before he reached that stage and seeing how that grew and how he really matured as an artist. And, you know, it's good to see him still out here grinding, and he doing big things. You know, he's been a part of a lot of different movements. And, you know, he
I mean, several. I mean, from Rhyme and Reason
yeah.
to No Dose.
Yeah, that was kind of the inception of it, you
Yeah.
know, from the No Dose days. You
Yeah.
know, that was when he was like 14, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a while ago, but you know, even back then, you know, it was.
I think he did a little
still-
stint with like Young Ray and them, Legit.
Yeah, he was
stuff
rocking
like
with
that.
them for
Yeah.
a minute too. Yeah, he like I said, he's definitely been in the loop
Yeah.
when it comes to that, and he's been putting on some dope performances since as far back as I can remember
Right.
personally.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what's up.
Definitely congrats to Dave Tolliver too.
Yeah, on that Lifetime Achievement Award. Yep, absolutely. He kind of even explained some of, you know, at the Learn to Earn conference and even at the award ceremony, you know, dropping knowledge like, yo, make sure that, you know, of anything you gonna do, make sure you hold on to your material. Like, you know, no matter what the situation is, you know, that's where you gonna get it. And that was kind of his message the whole weekend,
Okay.
you know, like, yo, this is, y'all know me, y'all know where I came from, y'all know the music, y'all parents know the music.
Right.
Just make sure that if you gonna do this and actually make sure that your stuff is taken care of, money wise, contract wise, all that. So know the business. That was his main message.
Right.
Definitely.
Yep, definitely. Shout out to DJ Chicago, by the way,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
on Turntablist of the Year. So yeah, that was a good look on his part for real. He you know, he actually was nominated every single year.
For real?
Yeah, every year.
This is the first time winning?
Yep. First time winning.
Okay.
Man, 9 years later.
Consistency pays off.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you know he been pumping his mixtapes. He's still pumping mixtapes.
Yeah. Shout out to Get It Poppin'. They took
Right, yeah.
best in that
Yeah,
radio
definitely. Shouts
Yeah.
out to them. Absolutely. They've been doing their thing for a while. They actually had a couple of the people that they actually part of the show was performing in the
Right.
showcase
Young
and
Shine.
everything too. Yep.
show. And who else?
Well, Young Shine was
Yeah.
did one of the opening performances. Him and Suicide did a collab. On stage and stuff, and that was actually pretty high energy. I like that. So that was a good look on their part. They was doing their thing, and shouts out to Get It Poppin', man.
Definitely.
Yeah, just good to see that a lot of pieces are moving and everybody's really kind of staying up on everything. Trying to think, who else was
Suave and them,
yeah,
saw them down
Suave
there.
and them was
Congrats
down
to
there.
them. They getting ready to start their show October 7th.
Yeah, yep.
They finna they ready
Boxxx
to
Radio.
Suave?
Suave
Yeah,
I
and
had
Eric
to tune
Wilson.
in.
Suave and Eric Wilson.
6 to 8.
Yep.
I have to tune into that.
Yeah,
Right.
you know that's going to be crazy.
Entertaining. So we gonna see what they gonna have to say in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
If y'all
They
know
need,
Suave,
they need a camera up in
yeah,
there. Right?
they gonna need to
Exactly.
film that live. He's
Exactly.
very eccentric, like to the highest degree.
That's what's up, though.
Yeah, that's cool though.
It's more outlets for the city. That's
Right.
the main thing. You know, hip hop. You can get it every day. You know.
Most definitely. Just seeing just the different just the whole underground hip hop community and the indie hip hop community just moving, just so like just every day you can try to have something, you know, that's going on. You know,
Right.
it's,
Yep.
we're not really trying to not trying to compete. We're really trying to, you know, bring attention to the whole
Region.
underground, to the
Yeah,
whole region
right,
for real, not just
right.
Cleveland, just to the whole region, the whole state, because we just want people to be more aware of like, look, listen, there's definitely talent. Please don't just listen to the radio. Please
Right.
just don't
It's
listen
more-
to
Cause you're not gonna hear everything.
Exactly.
Right.
And everything don't get to the radio sometimes, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Right. It doesn't mean that if it's not on the radio, I ain't listening to it. Like
Right. Or that person ain't hot. Or
Right.
that group's not hot because they're not spending it on here. I mean, it may be politics why that group not getting
Right.
spent on
You
it.
never
You know
really
what I mean?
know. You never really know the behind the scenes parts.
Oh, who
nobody
breaking
really
bread?
sees that.
I mean, I'm just giving the real actual facts. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, like you said, with our platform and other platforms that I know of, if you hot, like with us, we'll play your music.
Right.
We're gonna bring you
You're
on.
legit.
If
Yep.
you're not legit, you're not getting on. That's
Right.
that's
You're not-
that's
you're
the
not-
real.
That's the only thing, That's really what it comes down to. And at the end of the day, that comes with being, professional as an artist.
Right.
You got to make sure that your material is where it needs to be. And that's again just another thing that they was dropping knowledge on like all weekend. It was that if you had the quality, you had what people
Right.
were really looking
We're not
for.
saying you got to be Nas.
Right. Nah, it's just
We accept all type of different hip hop. We
Right.
just make sure it's dope.
It's dope.
whatever
Right.
it is.
right, exactly.
Right.
Bring what you bring to the table in its best form.
Right.
Exactly.
As possible as you can, just do you though. But yeah, we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna pay some bills. We'll be back here on the other side here on the Boxxx Radio, Static Radio. Well, we definitely gotta holler at our guest for a minute. We
Yes.
can't forget about New Jack Nino. He been in the building the whole time, watching us and back here politicking, handling some business, getting ready for his segment coming up. I know he got a couple different things he want to talk about. So, Nino, let him know what's going on, man. Holler at the people.
Hey, what's happening? I'm in the building, man. New Jack Nino. You know what it is, man. Boxxx Radio. We in here. Call up, ask me anything, whatever.
Call them up, please. Take advantage of this time to call up. We want people to call.
Right.
Ask Nino some questions.
And for anybody that doesn't know, the number is 216-939-5087. So get at us. Now you can do that any day too. But yeah, definitely while the guest is in the building. Like I said, any questions you want to ask, make sure you holler at this man. And he gonna be here for the next hour. We're gonna be jamming to some of his new material. So we're gonna be looking forward to that. And then we're gonna be rolling.
Yeah.
So, like I said, Nino gonna be here with us. I can't wait for to hear these records, man. And of course, we're gonna get into everything with the Hip Hop Awards weekend.
Oh, yeah, I got some heat for you, too, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, me and my team been working.
Oh yeah, all the time.
All the time.
Y'all always.
Man, you got a record, too.
Oh,
We working on.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Some people, Oh, what y'all say? I forgot that
Very
quick.
Short memory.
Right.
Right.
I forgot where I was at, bruh.
All right, y'all. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back here on the other side. We got more with New Jack Nino on the other side here on the Boxxx Radio. StaticRadio.com. Back here on the Boxxx Radio with me, Tay Tag, Johnny Arthur, JR Nunn Flyer, and Honey Kopal. And that was New Jack Nino with On My Mama.
On my mama.
On my mama.
On my mama. 1000. On my mama FBE. That's not performing.
Right. Yeah, y'all definitely rocked it though, man. I've seen y'all rock many a show. How do y'all like? I know y'all approach the performances differently from time to time. Like, how do y'all just all get together? Or how does that happen?
To be honest with you, a lot of it is on the spot, believe it or not. Because we all so busy and everybody trying to do their part and pull in their piece. And by the time we really ready to get it together, we just like, all right, it's here.
Right.
You know, but somehow, I mean, everybody's always mentally prepared, you know what I mean? And that's kind of what brought us together, you know what I mean? We share some tendencies about music and, you know, it's real.
Right. Definitely. I mean, I've seen y'all all rock different shows together and, you know, even individually, you know, performing and stuff like that. So I know y'all kind of already have that camaraderie. Y'all got history. Y'all got a lot of links from like way back. You know, just kind of, you know, for anybody that doesn't know, you know, kind of give them a little bit of the backstory.
Well, a lot of people don't even know Ezzy started with us.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that.
What?
Yeah, Ezzy started with us, man. We was No Do's Entertainment. Shout out to Hood Celeb and Sub Z and Fella, the Einstein and Danny Snipe. We was all No Do's, man. And me, you know, Chris with a K, Tyshawn. And even then, it seemed like we was the most powerful thing moving. You know what I mean? But you know, through the events of things and time went on, you know, everybody went separate ways and. You know, now everybody doing their thing, and I still see them, and I've heard a lot of their music. They doing real good. You know what I mean? So.
Right. Yeah, that's what's up. That's what's up. That, you know, even the situation that, you know, may not necessarily be it currently, it didn't necessarily become anybody's downfall, which is good. You know, people kept moving.
Exactly.
Even beyond that. So.
And congrats, shout out to Ezzy, man, because you know he deserved that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I believe he's one of the most talented individuals, you know, on the hip hop scene in Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely
among others, but you know, he definitely dope.
Oh yeah, all the way. And I mean, even when we were talking about it earlier, you know, since way back, you know, and people really, he knows how to draw a crowd. He knows how to approach that. So for y'all, what is, you know, what is y'all approach? You know, is that something that has always been, or are you know?
You know. For me, I mean, they turn up in different, we all turn up in different ways, but for me, if you ever seen New Jack Nino on stage, and a lot of times it's been with FBE, but if you ever seen New Jack Nino on stage, you know, I turns up, you know what I mean, like it's no tomorrow. When I get on the stage, I'm almost a totally different person, you know what I mean, I'm just a lot of energy, and speaking on that, I would match that. Sometimes I feel like I'm on that Machine Gun Kelly in energy level, you know what I mean, so I feel like I carry that, and that's what I bring to the team. You know what I'm saying? You know Tyshawn, of course, he brings the ladies feel. He melts them. You know what I mean? They hear that voice and it's over.
Right,
you know what I'm talking about? And Chris with a K, I mean, you know, light-skinned dudes. You know what I mean? I shouldn't even have to say nothing else, man. He a premature Bobby V. Did you see him? You saw what he was wearing?
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
My boy be fly, man.
My
boy be fly.
Cool.
My boy be fly.
That's what's up.
I told him he dressed off the mannequin. I know he listened. I told him he dressed off the mannequin. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, man. And we are back here on the Boxxx Radio with me, Take Tags, Johnny Arthur, JR, Nut Flyer, and Honey Plow. And that was New Jack Nino.
Let me say it again. 1000.
With Peep Show.
Hey, Peep Show.
Yeah, had to hit him with like a combo, R&B and hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta mix it up.
Yeah. It's definitely a different direction. You know what I'm saying? When we came together and did that one, we, you know, definitely wanted to be different. Definitely wanted to go back to that old school 90s R&B feel. You know what I'm saying? That's the penny dropping music, man.
Right.
And in a seductive way, too. I mean, because when you think about Peep Show, you know, there's so many ways that you can work that. You know, dancers at the club, the strip club, they looking in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? It's seductive, man. You just want to, you envision a girl, what she look like. When you first meet her anyway, and physical attraction, you know what I mean? That's what it's about.
Right. Yeah, it's a good way to play it though. Good way, for real. And I always like that joint. That production on that is crazy.
Top of the world. Shout out Matt Mattis.
Yeah, they've been putting it down, man. And they was a major part of the Ohio Hip Hop Awards weekend too, and the whole tour actually.
Yeah, they was actually very instrumental to our entire career. After we left No-Dos, you know, we found a home with them. They just turned our music into what it is today. I mean, we just come in there and drop the lyrics. But, you know, Josh, man, he worked magic, man. I really respect what he do. He has a sense of direction with his craft. He knows exactly what he wants to do with each record. So I'm glad we, chose him to be our engineer for all these records.
Right, yeah, definitely. And, that just kind of goes to, just like brand affiliation, they got their brand, they got, everything else that they got going on. As far as, you got your own brand as well.
So,
Absolutely.
So both of y'all just connect and just really just make it even pop more.
Absolutely. Sometimes, I record records at home and, that's how it is. You know what I'm saying? I hate, it's a lot of artists out there that, like I say, they just put together anything because they limited on time and anything like that. So I invested in, recording studio, beat making equipment, things of that nature, DJ equipment. So I don't just I'm not just an artist. I'm a DJ, full service record label, and we shooting videos now. We're trying to, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to brand a few different things.
You learn something new every day.
Right, yeah. Like I said, this is a lot of different avenues that he's tied to. A lot of that, people may not be aware of. So, what are some of your affiliations outside of, what you got going on here?
Well, a lot of people tie me with BSM, Brick Swap, Monopoly, and everything like that. Shout out to Just Rich Gates, you know what I'm saying? Artist, South Carolina, he making a ton of noise, you know what I'm saying? He grew up with Slip and Dunk, you know what I'm saying? And, that's Waka's artist.
Right, yep.
Along with Day De Niro, another one of Waka's artists. We met each other through, shout out to Diplomat Records, but at that time, they had a DJ that was working with them, and me and him did a tape. He introduced me to Just Rich, and from there it was magic. A couple months later, after doing the record with him, he called me. He wanted me to be a part of what he was doing, and we made some joint ventures. We got a nice record. I got a record featuring Day De Niro, and that's Waka Flocka's artist.
That's what's up.
Yeah, we also shot a video for another record called Groundaholics, shout out Trapaholics. So they put me in a video. They didn't even know me from a can of paint. And that's
really?
That's another thing that I want to touch on about these Cleveland artists. I drove to South Carolina, picked him up, drove to Atlanta, and I'm in the studio with the roughest dudes, so to speak, in the industry. You know what I mean? And for them to show me the love that they showed me, and me to come back home and hear cats want $1,000 for a verse, $250 for a video.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, man, when we all trying to do the same things. And let me touch on what old boy was saying at the awards. If everybody had their business right and their artist development right, you wouldn't really be worried about no feature money because you wouldn't know how to get all this other money that you're missing. You know what I'm saying? Get your artist development right, your branding, your trademark, you know what I mean? And then go register your songs. And then you could perform at these venues and go report it and get a check at the end of the year.
Right.
Everybody pressed for the feature money. You're not really in it for the money right now. You're trying to get your brand out there.
Most definitely.
Do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, brand affiliation is major in this game because that's what you build on. And you look at some of the powerhouse brands in hip hop that have been around. I mean, and you can go from era to era, and you can switch off all points in time from the Bad Boy to the Rockefeller to the No Limits. Those brands, even when certain artists were in the spotlight, and when another artist would step into the spotlight, the brand
everybody on the brand ate.
Yeah.
Exactly.
When No Limit was popping, Mia X, Shook the Shock and Mystical, nobody went less than gold.
That brand keep you alive.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even look at G Unit, early 2000s when 50 Cent had that brand. Everybody from Tony Yayo to Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, Game, everybody had succeeded, gold and up.
Yep. And they all recognizable brands, you know what I mean? Like Fabo Entertainment, we got a brand, we chose something very simple. I put my son in the logo, you know what I mean? That's my son in the logo.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so it's just something that was tied to me. I know that don't really directly relate to Chris and Tyshawn so much, but they treat my son like they son, you know what I mean? Right. So that's where that started from, you know what I'm saying? And at the time, shout out to Tyshawn, he just had a baby, you know what I mean?
The new addition
Dominic
to the club.
Yeah, so it could have been both Dominic and Jamarion, you know what I'm saying? But we just chose something that represented us. And me, when you see me, you see the cartoon face of me, you know what I mean? Right. So it's like you gotta make yourself recognizable in this industry.
Yeah, gotta stand out, gotta do, different things, and just, it's all about kind of establishing what it is that you're gonna do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah, man, and you got your lane, you know where you go musically, and, you step outside of that, though, it's not just one particular style or one particular thing.
Exactly.
And, being diverse kind of, it's gonna always open doors in different directions, and, you've been working hard for a while.
Absolutely. I mean, you see, I get on a record like Peep Song, I could fit in, and then I get on a record like Shark Tank, and then I could be me. You know what I mean? So, and then the next record I'm gonna play is a real serious record. You know what I'm saying? I'm on my way. This joint is real special to me. So when we come back from the break, after we play the song, we're gonna elaborate or talk about it. But it's a real serious record. I want everybody to pay attention to this one.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to get into that on the other side. So stay tuned. We got more from New Jack Nino here on the Boxxx Radio. No Static Radio.
Never liked you anyway, pretty motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we are back here on the Boxxx Radio with me, Tay Tag, Johnny Arthur, JR None Flyer, and Honey Compile. And that was New Jack Nino with I'm on My Way.
Honey.
Yeah, I'm feeling that joint though, man. That's real hip hop, and it's this storytelling. It's a message behind it. I like that.
Absolutely, because each and not just me, but I wrote that one for everybody. I feel like hip hop is on the rise now, more now than it's ever been. Everybody wants to take part in some aspect of the hip hop industry, whether it be modeling or whether you want to be an artist, producer, a rapper, a videographer, if you design, whatever it is that you want to do, even if you want to wake up in the morning, go get a 9 to 5 and come home and be happy that you took care of your family. Everybody is on their way, to that next level in life, or, they maintaining the level that they're comfortable with in life. And I feel like that song represents hope. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's exactly what I want to represent. That's what I meant earlier when I said don't tie me to the street life. You know what I mean? Because a song like that, that's what I stand behind. You know what I mean? I just use that other shit, as a platform. You know what I mean? Because one, I could do it good, and I like doing it. That's generally what I like. But my message is more powerful than the club music that I make.
Right.
And that's what I want people to appreciate. You know what I mean? So
definitely.
I'm on my way. My whole team is on their way. FBE. You know what I mean? So shout out to them, and
Absolutely, man. It's definitely like you said, progression. That's a real fitting title, especially with a record like that.
And my fault, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off.
you good, bro?
But by the way, before I forget, that's my brother from another, my best friend on that hook. My boy, he go by Frederick G now. Frederick G on the SoundCloud is what he go by. Frederick G 216. So mess with my guy, because he's nice. And he don't just sing or, all the time. He's really nice. If you looking at him, you're going to see what real hip-hop is. You know what I mean? He's a spitter. So, shout out to him and what he did for the record.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Most definitely.
He brought me that record. I ain't come up with that.
Okay. Yeah. See, and it's, what I'm saying, that even having those kind of relationships and that kind of history in it gets you those type of opportunities. And man, like I said, I like that track for real a lot.
No doubt.
Always on the positive side though, definitely. So just what's coming up next? Like I said, we know we got a mixtape coming soon.
Absolutely. Progression.
Right, definitely. And singles. What's up with the videos? I know you got something coming up with Said, like you said.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Rico Rex. You know what I mean? Me and him just shot a joint last night. That should be out in the next 2 days. So be looking at my socials and my social profiles, and you gonna catch wind of that. That's gonna be a real dope joint shot by my boy Dane B. And like we said, shot the one video that that's the second single for the tape. You know what I mean? The Shark Tank video that's been out for a long time. So that I'm on my mama. That's the street joint, the club joint.
Right.
We're gonna get that circulated, and then the leading point is gonna be to the I'm on my way. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to. A lot of people are already, gravitated to that record. People still I made that joint a long time ago.
Right.
But people still call me to this day and tell me how that record inspires them and makes them feel. You know what I mean? So I just been working on it and re-recording it so many times to get it all the way right. And then it's done now, as you can see. You know what I'm saying? And I did that in my house. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
if y'all like the quality, get at me. Call me 216-355-0788. I'll record your joint. You can take it to Josh the Master.
Right.
You know.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up. Definitely on the recording side. So.
And as far as what's next for us, you know, everybody we still a unit. We just about to get stronger. Shout out to Tyshawn, you know, Your Honor. You know what I'm saying? He just put out a really dope record with Rob Roller. Y'all should go check that video out too. And him and Chris with a K also have a really dope record. I'm Just a Man. I'm Just a Man.
Oh yeah.
I produced that record, and it's doing really well. It's almost at 1,000 views. I think it only been out less than a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we doing something, man.
That's what's up. Good to see that. Keep it rolling. Keep the numbers coming in, and yeah, man, more than happy to have you. Let everybody know where to find you and all your social media, man, so they can check you out, get at you for anything else they need for.
Oh yeah, for sure. My Twitter. If you don't know me, my Twitter and my Instagram at 216 Nino. I got a Reverb Nation profile. Look me up at New Jack Nino. And Google search me, man. New Jack Nino, and see what me and my team doing. Shout out to my team. Y'all can follow them. Shout out my boy Chris with a K. I am Chris with a K on most of his socials. You know what I'm saying? And Your Honor, just how you said. You know what I mean?
Right.
On all the socials, and you know, mess with us, man, because we making some noise.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, hey, that's gonna pretty much be the show for this week. Well, great to have you up here. We got to make sure that, of course, you know, y'all keep supporting that page, keep hitting that. We already know we at 1050, so we are halfway to that next 100.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know,
100.
man, you already know, bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. We got some things in the works, so
Hey.
we gonna talk after the show. We got more coming up though.
For sure.
But,
Shout out to the Jackbox.
Oh yeah, all the way. And like I said, thanks to everybody that's been supporting us. Keep supporting us. We appreciate each and every one of y'all out there. And we going to be here for y'all every Tuesday from 9 to 11. Make sure y'all get at all the individual team members. You can get at me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything, TAYETAGS.
Yo, you can hit me up on Instagram, JR8688, Facebook.com/JR8688, and on Twitter, the Bogart8688. Get at me for the graphics. And check out Honey Kapow too.
Right.
Honey Kapow everything.
Honey Kapow everything. All right, y'all. Well, that's the show for this week. We'll be back at y'all on the other side next Tuesday. You know what it is, from 9 to 11 here on the Jockbox Radio, NoStaticRadio.com. Peace!
Step into the Nike off Shark Tank.